For those of you who are regular listeners to The Amateur Traveler, you know that I was recently offered a trip to Cozumel by Royal Holiday to review their resort, the Park Royal in Cozumel. The Park Royal is a very new resort because the original one was destroyed in the 2005 Hurricane Wilma, which destroyed basically all of the resorts on the island because it sat on the island for 3 days. The Park Royal is an all-inclusive resort. You can find your poolside bar as well as all of the amenities you would expect from an upscale resort. It is built in a Mayan theme since it is built just off the Yucatan Peninsula where Cozumel is located. Cozumel is known for its diving. None of the 4 different travel bloggers who made the trip were divers, and so instead we did a snorkeling trip off of the coast of Cozumel. The west coast of Cozumel is by the island. It's between the island and the Yucatan Peninsula, and so it's much more calmer water and suitable for diving, and in this case, snorkeling. So we got our snorkel gear and we're off to explore the reefs which surround Cozumel. While we were there, Marissa, one of the travel bloggers, and her husband Brian took advantage of what can only be called a romantic place to renew their wedding vows.
Making this so very special, way more than.
The next day we took an excursion to the eastern side of the island where the surf is obviously much more rough and certainly can be a little more dangerous as there are rip tides, but this is an area where swimming is still possible. We went swimming and body surfing, also checked out a few of the local bars or buildings on this side of the island. There really aren't that many buildings. This one, though, a reggae bar, was dedicated to the t-shirt, or at least it was decorated with lots of old t-shirts. Cozumel is jungle, and therefore you can see animals like this large iguana that we caught in the distance. But much of the jungle is a lot flatter because of Hurricane Wilma. This used to be a taller jungle and will regrow. Another excursion we did was a pirate cruise. Now, I should say that excursions are not included as part of the inclusive nature of the resort, but there are numerous ones available for the tourists on the island, and this is one of them. The pirates put on quite a show, including sword fighting and lots of, I would have to say, bawdy humor, and the drinks flowed freely. And then afterwards we checked out the town square where there was a band playing and more of the locals doing dancing in this case. A very charming environment with various shops open for souvenirs if you were looking for local crafts. And when we weren't off on excursions, we were back at the Park Royal. Many people will probably treat this as a self-contained experience and will never leave the resort. There's certainly plenty to do there. In addition to a number of restaurants, there is also a children's play area where the children can play supervised if the adults want some time. There is also a theater, and there are shows that are put on at various times and a schedule that is posted. But I think most people just found themselves enjoying the bars, the pools, and the hot tubs and the local beach. Because what more could you ask for? My thanks to Royal Holiday for sending me to Cozumel and for letting me enjoy what was a beautiful resort. For more episodes of The Amateur Traveler, as well as the weekly audio edition, check out amateurtraveler.com. And as always, thanks so much for watching.